All right, what's going on, y'all? Fresh Essence here. We are back with another video. It is now season 3 of my Dynasty. So we're here in the preseason. So we're going to check on the all-season training results. We already sent past all-season training results. So we're just going to check how my roster turned out, set the depth chart, just see who improved a lot from off-season training, who didn't improve as much, and set my depth chart accordingly. So let's get right into it. So view my roster. Okay, so last year the team was at 88 overall. 88 overall, 87 offense, 89 defense. So it looks like we went up by 3 as far as overall, 4 for the offense, and 3 for the defense. So it's like we look like we improved a little bit. So we started with the quarterbacks. So my starter, he went up by 2. Looks like he improved his deep throw accuracy, which I wanted him to. It went up by 2. And it looks like that's one of the only major improvements that I can tell. Next, running back. So my this guy last year, he was an 80, so he went up by 7, which is wonderful. That's a big jump. This guy last year, I think he was like a 76, so he went up by 5. That's wonderful. And of course, these are 2 freshmen. They didn't get affected by off-season training. Next, fullback. I just got him, so he didn't improve at all. He's a freshman. Wide receivers. This is amazing. So Perry Thompson, he was an 82 last year. He went up by 7. Wonderful, wonderful off-season training. He was an 84 last year, so he went up by 5. He started off the season at 83 though, so he technically combining the season and the offseason, he went up by 6. So great. But it looks like Perry Thompson is my best receiver now, even though I'll probably keep Cam as my number 1. He was an 80, so he went up by 6. That's great. He was like a 77. He went up by 5. Wonderful. He didn't go up at all, actually. And he was like a 75, so he went up by 4. Of course, 2 freshmen. So that's wonderful. I'm having a great wide receiver group. It didn't look too great last year because, like I said, my highest was Cam, which he was at 83. So now I got a solid triple threat. Let's go. Tight ends. He's a blocking tight end, not necessarily carrying. Blocking tight end as well. He can catch those. I'll probably still make Steve Hardy my starter because he is a 78 overall, but he has 86 speed. Or I might make him my starter. We'll see. We'll see. But pretty good tight end group. All right, left tackle. I know he was below 80. I'm not sure exactly what he was, but he was below 80. So that's good to see. That's a good improvement. I brought him in the off season. So let's see. I might start him because he's a pass protector, and I might move him to guard. We'll see when I set my depth chart. Travis, I think he was like a 74, 75. So he jumped up a lot. So hopefully he jumps up like that again next season. And he was like a 77, so he didn't jump up that much. I'll go back and check some of the guys' skill caps afterwards, but I just want to go get through the roster first. All right, DeAndre, I think he was like a 78, so he went up by 4. Let's see, Tam, I think he was like a 77, so he didn't go up by much. Maybe he was a little lower than that. Next, center, he was an 83 last year, so he went up by 3. That's good. That's good for my center. I think he stayed the same, and of course, freshman. Next, right guard. He was an 82, so he went up by 4. That's great to see. I think he was like 76, 77, so that's all right. Moses can too. Okay, he went up by a good bit because I think he was like a 76, so he went up by 5. Nice, and I brought him in as a transfer, so he didn't improve. And right tackle, he was a 76, so he went up by 3. Okay, good. All right. Keldrick Falk, he only went up by 1. I think he wasn't a goal pocket disruptor last year, so he may have put more of his points into getting his traits up. He was an 81, so he went up by 4. That's a big jump. And he was like a 74, so he went up by 6. That's great. That's great. I'll probably use him as a DT because he's 286 whenever he gets up there. Next, right end. Lynch, he was like a 77, I think, so he went up a good bit. I brought him as a transfer, so he's still the same. Reduns. Yeah, I wanted to keep the other guy because he had a star dev trait. Yet my commissioner kind of messed up. He skipped the cut portion of all season training, so some of the guys that I wanted to keep are not here anymore, and I'm kind of upset about it, but it's all good because I got these 2 guys. So it'll be all right. It'll be all right. All right, DTs. He went up by a few. He was like a 77, so we went up by 4. So that's a good jump. He didn't go up at all because he was already at 77, and he went up by like 3. So that's cool. All right. Joe Phillips, he went up by 7, so that's a big jump. Big jump. So that's good. He also went up by like 5 after I changed the position because he was a right outside linebacker. But when I changed him to a left outside, he jumped up a little bit. So good. And he didn't jump up at all. He only went up by 1. I know he feel left behind, but he still got time to improve. But good shit, Joe. In my offline dynasty, he made it to a 99 overall by the time he got to a senior. So I think with the boost, though, it was like a 96, 95 naturally. But with the boost, he got up to 99. So he's doing basically the same thing in my online dynasty. So did he graduated at a 99 as well. Next middle linebacker. He went up by 6. That's a good jump. He went up by like 2 or 3. That's good. Louise went up by 5. He was a 79 overall. That's good. So he's gonna be my middle linebacker of the future once they leave. And of course, he's a freshman. He was a transfer. He went up by 3. Traded. He stayed the same. And of course, freshman. All right, corners. Kan Lee went up by 3. Nice. He went up by 3. He went up by 1. Transfer. Transfer. He went up by 3. And of course, freshman. All right, next. Free safety. I think he went up by like 2 or 3. He went up by he went up a good bit. I think he went up by 4 or 5 because he was like a 77 when he came in. So good. Then of course he went up by I think like 2. So that's good. So he'll sit. I might redshirt him. He'll sit and he'll be ready to go by the time I actually may start him at free safety. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna start him at free safety to get him some playing time because he's definitely gonna be an early leaver. So I'm gonna start him at free safety. How did my kicker go up? Okay, he went up by 2. Nice. He already had 99 kick power and accuracy, so I'm guessing his awareness went up. He didn't go up by anything for real. And I'm gonna start him at punter, even though he has a higher overall. It's probably because of his awareness, but he has higher kick power. Okay, so good roster this year. All right, let's set this depth chart. Even though I did lose those 2 other running backs, he was the best out of the 3 because he had a star development trait. So I'm glad I got to keep him. But I wish I could have did the cuts myself. I got these 2 guys waiting in the wings as well, so it's all good. Okay, receiver. Cam's gonna be my number 1. Sorry, Perry. Cam gonna be my number 1. He was number 1 last year. You can't just pass him up like that. Even though y'all both. If you were at 90 overall, then we'll have something to talk about. But can't be passing him up like that. All right, tight end. Let's see what his catching is. So catching, yeah. So I'm gonna go Hardy and Heller because they're actually pass catchers. He's a converted wide receiver, and then we'll do probably Walker because he has better catching traffic. Okay, next left tackle. We're gonna leave Connor at center. We're gonna start East at left tackle. We'll probably put Clay at guard. Okay, we may have. Yeah, we'll put Clay at guard. Yeah, okay, yeah, he's much better at a guard. I figured that because he's agile. So yeah, we'll put Clay at guard. He's an even better center. Okay, let's see. We'll go. DeAndre, looks like you got passed up, big dog. You were my starting left tackle last year, but I guess they were training harder than you. So sit behind somebody until next year probably. So starting right guard, Dylan Cinder, and then right tackle. Okay. We'll do that. We'll do that. I usually like having pass protectors on the left at left tackle, and then a power at right tackle. But we can do 2 pass protectors on the ends, and I'll switch them out if they start getting if they can't run block as well as I hope they do. Okay, offensive line looks solid, real solid this year, so that's good. That's real good. Nobody power in the starting lineup. Okay, I may start you at right tackle, B dog. Yeah, I may move you from left tackle to right tackle. That may be what I do. Yeah, we'll put you at right tackle. Get you power. So there you go. You got a starting position back. Nice. All right, let's go. Left end, of course, Keldrick. Right end is going to be Amaris. All right, DT is going to leave that the same. Give Ricky some playing time. We'll leave this the same. Yeah, team looking real solid, real solid. All right, Joe. Yep, Joe going to be an outside linebacker. They must have DJ starting on the right, probably. All right, middle linebacker, DeMarcus. Same as last year. Yep, Lewis right behind him. It must be Barber over here. Yep, Barber's over there. With Waller right behind. All right, so what I'll do, I'll put Waller over here. And I'll put Weeks at his natural position, his pass coverage. Nice. All right, corners. 3 seniors, man. Hopefully the guys behind can pick it up and take over next year. All right, free safety. I'd rather start Stokes, but I also do want to get a chance to redshirt him, so I don't know. I'll put him and Stokes over here. And what I'll do, I'll just have at least on my auto subs to get them to switch out pretty often. All right, starting safety. Oh, Sammy Brown. I put him as a backup for strong safety as well. All right, starting kicker, of course. Starting punter. And let's see what my kick return guy's going to be. Probably Naylor. Yeah, I'll make him the starting punt returner for right now. Then I'll see if I want to redshirt him or not. But for right now, yeah, he can be there. Kickoff specialist, long snapper. All right, third down running back will be Dalton, power halfback. There you go, Major Sims. Probably not gonna redshirt any of my running backs. I was going to if they wouldn't have got cut, but now that I only have 4 running backs, I'm just gonna play them all. All right, slot receiver. I'm gonna start Cam because he's faster. Then I'll do Perry second, Caleb third. All right, rushing left end. Amaris. Right's probably gonna be Valenzuela. Really now. His block shedding isn't as good though. But he is a senior, so I'm gonna start Valenzuela at the left, Weeks at the right, and then I'll do Amaris and Falk here on power 1 speed. All right, linebackers. Yep. Riddick Woodyard. Yep. And Weeks. Put Weeks in there. All right, it's got a really, really solid team. All right, slot corner. Probably put Javion because he got that quick jump. So if I need him to blitz, then Stamps and Hart behind him. Just look at that. See, I told y'all. Hey, middle linebackers are cheat codes, man. Look at he's at 88 as a slot corner. Crazy. I'm not gonna play him at slot corner because it doesn't really work out. Even though he is faster than I might play him at slot corner. We'll see. We'll see. I'll change it around during the season, but I'll leave it like this for now. Okay, so yeah, there it is. As my roster. There's my depth chart. Probably gonna play around a little bit, change up some of these uniforms and everything. People, I know y'all don't want to see that. That's a pretty meticulous process, but I just like to do it. Like to be immersed. So I'm gonna do that, and then my next video is gonna be set up my recruiting board and scout my prospects. So y'all stay tuned for that. Appreciate y'all watching. I'll let y'all next time.